This is a tutorial for how to create a grid drawing. Sometimes you have worksheets where there's a picture just like this one, and it has a grid on top of the picture, so a grid on top of the dog. Sometimes you might just have a picture of a dog and you have to create a grid on top of it. Either way, this is a technique you can use as an artist to help you create a picture and draw it in the same proportion, meaning that you can enlarge it, but his tail is not going to be way bigger than his head, or his foot is not going to be bigger than his ear, because it's still going to be proportional according to your grid. So let me start out by labeling, and I'm going to have you do the same thing. On your worksheet, across the top, we're going to label with the alphabet. So A, B, C, D, E, and F. Each box above it gets a letter. The same thing, but using numbers, we're going to go along the left side. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this is my first part, the grid that is covering the picture. The same thing needs to happen down here. I have a little bit less space, so I'm going to have to be careful. But across the top, A, B, C, D, E, and F. Then across the edge with our numbers again. So now if I look at my grid, I can take my letter A and 1 and know that that's my very first square. Same thing here. This is A1. This is my first square. In the first square, I can see just the tip of his ear. So when you're doing grid drawing, it's helping you focus on just a part of that drawing. Instead of trying to start at drawing his ear and then continuing on to draw the whole body and head, you're actually just going to focus on what you see in the first square. So here's what I mean. If I'm looking at A1, I'm going to use this to cover so you can see. A1 should only have this little clip of his ear. So I'm going to look. Okay, here's the top of the box. It doesn't even go all the way to the top, so I skip some space. Then it comes out and curves downwards. Now, if I look at this one, I can see that I did it a little bit wrong. So I drew lightly and I can erase so that I can adjust it, because right here, that little part of the curve is actually higher than what I did right here. So maybe it's about there. So if I go and redraw it, and then I can erase where I think I messed up. Okay, so then you can either keep going down or go across. I think I'm going to go ahead and work across so that I can continue on, because the dog's head will start to make sense in a little bit. Square B1, so B1 is going to have his ear, part of his head, and his eye. So I'm going to continue this line just as closely as I can to what I see in the picture. I have this little piece of his hair. Then it comes down. And I'm going to kind of pay attention before I start drawing. I need to see, where does that top of his forehead go to? It's almost the middle of the square. Then his little eyebrow. His eye. Oh, look, his eye touches all the way to the bottom. So I'm going to scoot down a little, and notice I've made some mistakes, but that's okay because I can go back and erase. So there's his eye, his little eyebrow. I'm going to darken what I like. That way I know which lines I needed to erase and which ones can stay. And then we see just the curve of his next part of his eye. What am I missing? The last part. His ear connects right at midway down that curve of the eye. Okay, then I can keep going. I'm gonna scoot this over. Okay, so my next part, do you see that little tip of the hair that was started here? So obviously I have to continue that going into the next square. And then I'm just gonna keep going like this through the rest of each of my squares until I have completed the whole picture. If you're following along like this, then your dog should turn out pretty nice. You should be able to tell, it should resemble the picture that's up here printed for you. If you're just trying to skip ahead and keep drawing, because I know this is the ear, and I say, oh, okay, well, I know how to draw an ear, well, then I can do that. Well, if I'm not doing that, it's gonna change my picture over here, and it's not gonna look the same. So normally when we look at something, we just kind of eyeball it and keep going, but this is giving us a better picture, breaking it down square by square. And I think he's starting to look very similar to the dog above. Try this out. It's okay to make lots of eraser marks. We are working on a technique that's gonna help us be better drawers. At the end, when I'm done, I can even take a marker or a black crayon and trace out my lines so that I can see them nice and neat, and I'll see that finished dog. Have fun.